lightsaber is synonymous with the Sith Order. It has been ever since the first Star Wars movie, and deep within the Star Wars lore, as the first Sith Lord we ever saw on screen, Darth Vader, used a red lightsaber. But within universe, I think it's interesting to explore exactly who popularized the use of a red lightsaber in Star Wars. While it's true that the Sith Lords commonly did use red lightsabers ever since the Dark Jedi that originally found the old ancient Sith Empire, I want to know exactly who made it popular. Which Sith Lord was responsible for making the red lightsaber iconic for the Sith Order? The answer to this question is actually Darth Revan. Darth Revan learning of the red lightsabers through ancient Sith lore that he had discovered on his own and chosen to study. In many depictions of Darth Revan as a Jedi, he's been shown to wield either a purple or a blue lightsaber. However, once he turned to the dark side of the Force and was mind controlled by the Sith Lord Darth Vitiate, he, along with his apprentice Malak, used a red blade. It's important to note that during this era of Star Wars, the Sith Empire that Revan originally stemmed from was a total mystery to the Jedi Order. In fact, Revan and Malak were two of the few Jedi that rediscovered the Sith, with Revan ultimately discovering the Sith Lord Darth Vitiate after defeating Mandalore the Ultimate, and believing that Mandalore and the Mandalorians were not as powerful in scale enough to perform a war and a campaign as powerful and as devastating as they did, and therefore seeking out the Sith Lord that Darth Revan ultimately thought was responsible for it, his hunch being proven correct, but as a result, him also being corrupted and turned to the dark side of the Force. I want to point out that before this era, again, the Sith Lords quite prominently used red lightsabers, but during this era, the Sith and the Jedi were somewhat separated, and it was during this era that many ancient Sith Lords still chose to use Sith warblades, as they believed them superior to lightsabers. However, in Revan's own mind, and since he had been trained with the lightsaber as a Jedi, a red lightsaber is what Darth Revan ultimately chose to wield in battle. The campaign that Revan and Malak led against the Republic and the Jedi was the grand reintroduction of the Sith Lords to the wider galaxy, as Revan became the face of the Sith Lords, and many of his followers were in fact fallen Jedi and dark Jedi in their own right, who before most commonly wielded the lightsabers they had wielded as Jedi, of course most commonly being the colors of blue or green. However, after falling under the mantle of Sith and pledging their allegiance to Darth Revan, they again adopted red lightsabers, and it was this great campaign in the Jedi Civil War led by Revan that caused many Jedi to fall away and adopt red blades, and again deem themselves no longer simply dark Jedi, but agents of the dark side of the Force, Revan and the Sith. This is the exact period of time when the Sith and the red lightsabers became one, as many fallen Jedi discarded their naturally occurring kyber crystals being blue or green, and again adopted the lightsaber color red, made by synthetic crystals that Revan and Malak would grant their new followers. And it was because of this great campaign that the Jedi saw the Sith Lords universally and solely use red lightsaber blades, a tradition of the Sith Lords that would follow from that point on, as many Sith Lords after Darth Revan of course would use a lightsaber, and the age of other weapons, most commonly Sith warblades, would be phased out. This is actually one of my favorite aspects of the Star Wars mythos, the fact that a fallen Jedi is the one that pioneered the usage of red lightsaber blades, and that it's Revan and one of the many accolades already to his name. And that's actually why Darth Revan was responsible for the Sith using red lightsabers. But I want to hear your guys' thoughts on this, and what are your thoughts on this addition to the Star Wars universe? And again, another accolade to the great and powerful name of Revan. As always, my friends, thank you guys so much for watching. May the Force be with you, and have a great day.